Some advice from ICA: if you are travelling over the year-end holidays, be sure to apply for new passports now. Rivals Grab, Deliveroo and FOODPANDA are working together to improve industry practices and raise standards. And a new study shows COVID-19's harmful effects on the brain even after 2 years. It's Thursday, August 18th. So you're watching The Big Story with me, Haryanto Diman. Subscribe to the Straits Times channel so you will not miss an episode. Now, those planning your year-end getaway, submit your passport application now if you are holding expired passport or passport with less than 6 months validity. The Immigration and Checkpoints Authority says these will avoid another surge of passport applications towards the end of the year and provide sufficient time for ICA to meet the demand for year-end travels. Those who submit their passports late will risk not being able to collect them in time for their travel. Now, some points to note when applying for a new passport. Applications can be done online via the ICA website or My ICA mobile app. Now, these can also be used to check the status of a passport application. Ensure that your passport photo meets the guidelines, especially if you choose to take the photo yourself. Photos that do not meet the guidelines, including those with non-white backgrounds or are laterally inverted, will be rejected. Those whose passports are ready for collection will receive an email or pink notification card from ICA. Deliveroo, FOODPANDA and Grab, familiar names to us, the three rivals are teaming up to shape the food delivery industry here in Singapore. Through the newly launched Digital Platforms Industry Association, the companies aim to strengthen the frameworks, guidelines, policies, as well as health and safety standards that support their delivery partners and merchants. The association will also identify areas for improvement and work with the government and other stakeholders to create solutions for an evolving industry.
I think it's interesting because it sees three rival companies who are traditionally quite competitive with each other, jostling for market share and getting growth, working together and collaborating as one to act collectively to raise issues and to solve certain problems in the industry. It's also interesting because it comes at a time when there's a lot of developments in the gig economy, especially with the government scrutinizing worker welfare even closer now. And there's an advisory committee on platform workers that's working to give recommendations to the government on how to better protect these workers. So while it seems that ostensibly this is a way for the industry players to collaborate more and have more dialogue, I think it's also a sign that they're looking to maybe have a stronger, more collective voice to push for certain issues or their interests as well. Yeah. Well, as for the impact on workers, I think it's still early days, hard to tell because the association just started up today and they have a lot of work to do to decide what they want to actually achieve via this collaboration. But I think there may be some improvements with worker welfare because if they take each other's best practices and apply them across the board, then workers will have a better experience. But there is also a risk of them defaulting to the lowest common denominator, and that may not work out well for workers. So I think it's really still hard to tell what's going to happen. But I believe ultimately, the review that's being done by the Committee on Platform Workers as well as the government, those are the two main factors that will decide how workers might benefit in the future.
For those who have had COVID-19 and are wondering what the long-term effects to your body are, researchers at the University of Oxford have found that COVID-19 survivors remain at higher risk of psychotic disorders, dementia and other similar conditions for at least 2 years. The findings, based on records of more than 1.25 million patients, show that while symptoms such as anxiety and depressions occur more frequently after COVID-19, they tend to subside within 2 months. However, cognitive deficits like brain fog, epilepsy, seizures, and other longer-term mental and brain health disorders remained elevated 2 years later. Now, if you love football, look out for these. The Lion City Sailors have officially launched the Puma Youth Champions League, a year-long competition for teams in Singapore.
You are born to win. You are meant to be here. It's time to stand proud.
Aimed at raising youth football standards here, the competition will see young teams consistently testing themselves against each other in a professional environment. The inaugural edition will run from September to next May and will feature the top youth teams across 6 age groups from under 10 through to under 16.
I mean, we are extremely excited to launch Singapore's first Youth Champions League, right, where we are going to get the best of the best youth teams in Singapore to compete against each other for island-wide supremacy. You know, we're extremely grateful for our title sponsors, Puma, which has helped make this a possibility.
Youth sides from Turf City Football Club, Anza Soccer, Singapore Sports School and Sports Singapore's Active SG program are likely to be among those participating in this competition. And a champion of each age group will be crowned at the end of each season. Well, good luck to the teams. And it's that time of the year again, and if you are like me counting down to new Apple product releases, mark your calendars. September 7th is the date Apple is aiming to hold its yearly launch event to unveil the new iPhone 14. The launch will also likely kick off the release of other new products, including multiple Macs, iPads and Apple Watches. What are you looking forward to the most? Well, let us know in the comments below. Those are our top stories today. Visit straitstimes.com for more news and our YouTube channel for more videos. Subscribe by clicking the red button below. I'm Haryanto Diman. See you tomorrow for more stories on The Big Story.